The day has finally come. We are finishing the living room makeover. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing so well today. I'm very excited to finally finish what is behind me. I've been working on this room over the last couple of weeks, and in case you forgot, this is what it looked like before. After just making a few changes little by little, it has already made such a difference. And to me, the living room is the heart of the home, and before I even started any of this, we were not spending much time in here at all. Everything was kind of everywhere, and fast forward to now, I actually like to spend my mornings here, take it slow, sit on the couch, drink my coffee or my matcha, journal a little bit, and then by the evenings, this is where Brian and I come together. We teach Tater tricks, but actually Brian teaches the tricks and I just give him treats. And it has just been so nice just to have a space to like wind down before we actually go to bed. We love watching shows down here now, which by the way, the new House of the Dragon season has us in a chokehold right now. Like after every episode, I'm just like, well, what the heck is gonna happen next? So in part one, we did the wallpaper and the trim, which I think just makes the whole entire room. This is like the first thing that you see when you walk into the apartment, and it just makes it feel so much bigger. Coming over this way, I also made this sun catcher made out of plastic cups. I also made this ottoman back there, and then this little flower holder. So those two I made out of IKEA pieces, and I do have a whole entire video on them. So if you want to go back and catch up, I will link those down below. And also look, you guys, it's been like a week and the flowers are still alive. They're holding on strong, and that's why I really like this method, since they're in two different tubes. I feel like they're not getting as contaminated and they still look beautiful. And yes, we still have dog stuff everywhere. Oh my goodness. This is kind of like the reality of our life right now. Even though we have made this over to look beautiful, this is real life. And this little guy is our life right now. Right, buddy? We're gonna mount this TV, get this wall looking right. Let's get into it. Something I cannot go without in my living room is a TV frame, and clearly there is not one on this TV because I accidentally broke it on the move here. I literally tripped over it, broke the whole thing, and I was devastated. So moving here, we did not have one, and the TV has just been naked like this. So now we're gonna make a new and improved one. I have the first two pieces here, and yes, we are doing this without a power saw. So I've been using the handsaw. Brian's been helping me a ton because honestly, this takes forever. But I wanted to prove to you guys that it can be done, and you don't need a whole workshop. Like, I'm literally in the living room sawing on my coffee table. We are just using a miter box and some clamps, and I do have a couple tips because I've done this a couple times before. The first thing is that I always cut it a little bit smaller than my actual TV. So when I'm measuring it, I'm not measuring the outside, I'm actually measuring the inside where the actual picture is. And the second thing I've learned is that it does not need to be perfect. Do not nitpick over the small things because in the end, you are not really going to notice them at all. In the past, it would stress me out so badly if things didn't match up perfectly, especially since you're trying to get all these 45-degree angles correct. But I've learned that there's nothing that you can't fix without a little bit of sanding and some wood filler. Okay, so I have all four pieces of the actual picture frame done, and I love this trim. It is pretty simple, but still has some nice detailing on there. We're going to sand and then prep it to put together and stain. Guys, I forget how much of a mess makeovers make. Like, I'm trying my best to like clean as I go and keep things tidy, but when you live in an open concept apartment, it is kind of hard to do because you can't just like close the door on the mess. It is in your face at all times. I'm gonna clean everything up before I get started today, and I'm using some of my favorite products from Grove, who is so kindly sponsoring today's video. I just got in my latest order. I'm restocking on some of my favorite products, and I also got a whole bunch of new things that I wanted to try as well. I really love shopping on Grove because it is a one-stop shop for a low tox lifestyle, and it is more than just cleaning supplies. They also carry so many wellness, beauty, baby, pet, and personal care brands, and Grove does all the research for you, so you don't have to be just like staring at labels trying to decipher them. You can trust that every product meets their strictest standards so that you can shop stress-free. Let's do a little haul because there are some items in here that I've been wanting to try that I've been recommended, so I'm excited to show you guys. I always stock up on Mrs. Meyer, so this is their dish soap and also the room freshener. I love the peony scent and the honeysuckle scent. I also wanted to try this Grove Co. dish soap. This is in the scent Citron and White Rose. Let's do a little sniff test. Ooh. Yeah, that smells good. In our household, Brian takes care of the laundry while I take care of the dishes. So to me, a good dish soap really matters. And if it smells really good, that also just makes me look forward to actually doing the chore. Ever since getting Tater, I find myself using so many paper towels. So I wanted to try out some reusable ones. These ones are so cute. These are reusable paper towels. This comes in a pack of 12. They are 100% organic cotton. I'm so excited to use these. I actually need to get a little stand for it as well. I also got these cute little bowl caps in this strawberry pattern. I am so tired of using plastic wrap. We've been also using more of it because of Taters, so I decided it is time to get rid of that and start using something that is a lot more sustainable. Yes, I am one of those people who wear sunscreen every single day, even if I'm just sitting inside, because it really is important to protect your skin. So definitely excited to try this. So that is my Grove haul. If you guys want to check them out for yourself, they did give me a discount code for 25% off of your first order. Just use code TINALAY at checkout and I will have all that info down below for you. Okay, let's get back to it. Yesterday was hubby's birthday, so I put up this cute banner and we have officially been together for like half our lives, which is actually so crazy to think about. And if you look closely, I may or may not have been a little extra. I put wallpaper on top of the outlets just so that this could look nice and cute for our photos. But now it's actually time to cover it because we are gonna mount the TV today.
This marks our 4th time putting up this TV mount, and every single time we use this TV mount, we lose a piece of it.
Literally, we're missing one of the pieces, and we're doing it without, but it's gonna work still. We're missing like some type of nut that goes onto the TV, but it's still gonna be secure. And remember the first time we did this, we didn't know that these were metal studs, and we had to go to Home Depot like 3 times in the middle of doing it. But now we know better. Now we know to use these toggle bolts, which are really secure. This holds up to 100 pounds.
In case you guys wonder what it looked like behind this, we were trying to feed it through blindly and missed.
Can you see? Oh, there. You see how there's this tube? How are you even supposed to see that?
And it was a
Without
straw.
taking it out. Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay. Why's there teeth? Can you
I
even
know,
fit
there's
through
like
this?
teeth. Why did they make it so complicated?
All right.
Is there a tube?
No.
Oh.
It just goes into... Okay. Look,
How would
it
that
wouldn't even
even
have
fit?
fit. Okay, that would have been very difficult.
Guys, I'm pretty sure Brian is gonna edit this so that it doesn't look as bad as it actually was. And even looking back at this footage, all we can do now is laugh. But the main problem was that as we were drilling, the metal studs just kept bending inward, so it was hard to actually get the anchors in. But lesson learned, because in the future, we're gonna get a bigger drill bit to make sure that this goes in easier. In the end though, we got there and it looks so much better on the wall. Like, it honestly made all the pain and suffering that we went through worth it. And once we got the frame on there, it is going to be perfection.
It's been 2 hours. The bottom holes were not working for some reason. We're on the top holes.
We had to redo it. I had to buy a new pack of these. I bought a 25 pack of these and they break so freaking easily. Now we know to use these toggle bolts.
The horror!
Do you see all those that we went through?
But these are going in way easier though.
Yeah. So I asked you guys if I should make a gallery wall around the TV, and I think the general consensus was no. So we will not be doing that. And I think you guys were right because it would just compete with the trim that we just put up. So I'm going to save the gallery wall idea for another spot. I have plenty of other walls around the apartment that could definitely use a gallery wall, which by the way, I am working on a couple of makeovers coming up, including the bedroom and the bathroom. I officially have the reno bug, so stay tuned for even more. I've been wanting to put up curtains in here for so long, but it always seemed a little bit intimidating, especially since we have like a whole wall of windows, but it is definitely necessary, especially since we live on such a busy street. I want to be able to let the light in while having some privacy, so these are like a semi-sheer rusty color. I feel like this might be the brightest curtain color I've ever done, but I think it looks really good, especially with the wallpaper. And something different that I've never done before is actually use a brass curtain rod. I'm pretty sure for like my whole channel, I've only used either white or black. I just really love the modern look of black hardware, but we have so much black hardware down here. So I decided we're gonna go with something different. We're gonna do brass, and then we're also doing these round finials, which is also out of my wheelhouse. And it's funny because this is such a small detail, but depending on what you choose, it honestly just changes up the whole entire vibe. In my last video, I took you guys to IKEA and we were in the kids section looking at this little doll bed that I've been seeing people turn into a pet bed, either for their cat or their dog. And I'm in that stage right now where I want to start DIYing stuff for him. So I did go ahead and get it. This is made out of pine, so it's perfect just to paint right over it. And I'm thinking very like cottagecore vibes. Like these are some of my inspo photos, and yes, these are probably made for actual children, but until I have a real child of my own, I definitely want to make some things for my fur child. I'm gonna open everything up, sand it down, and then paint it a beautiful blue color. As an allergy sufferer, I am anti-puppy on our actual bed, which I know pet parents out there have mixed feelings about this. But as much as I want to snuggle up with him while we watch our shows at night, I just know that I will be a sneezy, teary mess in the morning. So instead, to make up for it, he will have his own little bed, which honestly, I might put this in our bedroom in the future, but for now, it's gonna live in the living room. I love this project idea because it's a fun way to bring some whimsy into your life, and I've even seen people stack two of these beds on top of each other to make a bunk bed in case you have cats, just putting it out there. But this is one of those projects where I just completely shut off my brain. I wasn't listening to any music or podcast or audiobook. I literally just sat there in silence and painted, and it was just the best time ever. The last piece. Is this not the cutest little pet bed ever? Originally, this piece comes with like this little blanket set, which honestly I don't get because this is like barely even a pillow. But this blanket though, definitely not the vibe. So I found out that you could actually get a baby pillow. This is the Len pillow, and it's supposed to fit exactly in this bed. So let's try it out. This is so much more comfy. How freaking cute. And then you could put whatever bedding. You could put like a little pillowcase over this, and now it's extra comfy and cozy. I really hope that he likes this bed. Gotta make sure the remote works. Oh my goodness. What I like to do for artwork is just put a YouTube video on. That is honestly the easiest way, and it's also free. So I just put on some Monet, and now we have a beautiful TV frame. I have a beautiful living room again, and all is right in the world. I have been waiting for the day where I would just put everything in its place. Like, some of this stuff has been in storage. I've been working with these pieces for years now, and every single time I do a makeover or a refresh, it just feels brand new again. Also, I'm so glad that Tater actually likes the bed that I made him. Like, it is so freaking cute. I'm probably gonna move it from room to room. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe down below. And if you want to see more from me, I do post on my Instagram every single day. I love sharing behind the scenes and just like what we've been up to on my Instagram, so make sure to give me a follow over there. And that is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.